So I'm having a problem with my BMW E53 air suspension system. I've been getting this issue here in which I'm having a blinking light on the control unit here. I'm looking at my my diagnostic thing that's plugged in, and it appears my compressor temperature is 67 degrees Celsius and my reservoir pressure is 1.2 bar, which is pretty much minimal. I took a look at the compressor itself. It appears to be attempting to fill the reservoir every few seconds. It turns on, and it's been doing this for the past several hours. So I'm trying to troubleshoot the issue here. I was able to turn off the compressor by disconnecting the battery because the compressor temperature actually went close to 100 degrees Celsius with minimal reservoir pressure. I can manually, with this program in PA, turn on the fill reservoir if I press Shift F1. And it looks like I'm not getting any increase in air pressure to the reservoir. And the pump continues to pump every several seconds. I'm also getting other errors right now here. So this seems to be the issue here. Status. Temperature is increasing on the compressor. Before, when the compressor was working, I was looking at the reservoir pressure, and it appears that the reservoir pressure was increasing when I manually increased the compressor. What's this? Compressor relay. So I'm not sure what seems to be going on here. I'm not completely sure if the compressor and these errors are pretty much turned off over there. Still have this DSC error right there. This is still blinking. Again, when I go back and go to my manual controls here, I press front axle up. I don't think it's going to bring the front axle up any higher than it is now, because we're not getting it fill in the reservoir as the compressor continues to try to pump. As the compressor continues to increase in temperature as well. Front axle up. See if I can get the rear axle to go up. F4. No movement in the axle position, ride height. Still have this error here. I already cleared the errors with NPA 1.4, and it used to say self-leveling suspension inactivated. That's now been cleared, but I'm having this problem. I originally was having the issue, which started several weeks ago when I replaced the airbag because it was ruptured and torn. And since then it hasn't been adjusting correctly. Error suspension inactivated, and it would eventually raise up as I drove it. But today I decided to get this NPA tool and take a look at it, and I guess after raising the reservoir pressure, this issue started. I actually filled the reservoir with that manual control on the NPA. So does anybody have any ideas of what could be causing this issue? Is it a bad compressor? I'm getting a very small amount of pressure in my reservoir, 1.5 bar. When I looked at it earlier today, I was able to get it up to almost to the midline, but it looks like the compressor is still struggling to bring this up to the filled reservoir pressure. I'm going to go back to this monitor here. So this continues to keep pumping up with nothing happening, and the temperature will consistently keep rising. So in order to get this to stop, I have to disconnect the battery. I don't want to burn out the compressor, but not sure what needs to be done at this point. I'm suspecting a new air compressor, but if anyone has any ideas, I'd appreciate it. Thanks.